Hey guys, let's go ahead and get started with a new moon in Cancer reading. Today, as I'm doing this reading, we have the sun conjunct Jupiter, okay? And that can feel like really expanded psychic energy. But with that said, it can also feel like some things could be too good to be true. So do keep that in mind. Okay. Also, with this new moon in Cancer, it's about the home, family, nurturing, the mother, cooking, baking, all of those motherly instincts that some of us have. Not everybody has them, but with that said, this could be the buying and selling of a home. Maybe you're moving to a new place. You could be renovating your home. Maybe you're painting something or you're gardening or you're, whatever. You're fixing things up around the home, okay? For some of you, maybe you decide you want to work from home, or for others of you who have been working from home, you decide you want to work somewhere else. For others of you, maybe you decide you want to take a culinary course or a course in cooking, so to speak, whatever it is. Of course, culinary is the same fucking thing, but those of you don't know what that means. For others of you, this could have to do with moving people in and out of the home. Maybe your kids are moving out, or your roommate's moving out, or maybe you went through a divorce or are going through a divorce, and your soon-to-be ex-partner is moving out. Or somebody is moving into the home. Somebody could be moving close to your home. This person could be very nurturing. Maybe there's a sense of the mother aspect as well. Maybe something's going on with your mother. Maybe there's nostalgia for the mother. You could be having dreams also. So do be careful of the dreams. Not be careful, but, pay attention to the dream space, because crossed over loved ones, for those of you who have lost a mother or a grandmother or a motherly figure, they could be visiting you also in your dreams. You could be, really thinking about the past quite a bit, and Jupiter could be expanding on all of those ideas. So, some things may not work out around this time, but it's because something better. So say you're going to buy a home and somebody puts in an offer, and then all of a sudden they back out of the offer. Okay. Or somebody overpromises you something and then they're not able to fulfill it, but then something else fills its place. So it might feel like a punishment, but it's actually not. It's like a redirection, something like that. So let's go ahead. Yes, this is very healing energy as well. So making sure that you're nurturing yourself, say you don't have a mom, like my mom, she passed away. So I've learned to nurture myself. I cook myself a nice meal, so maybe that's what you need, is just to cook a meal maybe that you haven't had since you were a little kid, that you used to enjoy, that your mother would make, so you can always bring that in. Or maybe you're estranged from your mother, or your family, your children, or whatever, because this is a family situation here in Cancer. It could have a lot to do with your family. But just thinking about the memories of the times when things were actually good. Don't try to make things better than they were or even worse than they were. But nostalgia can be a huge part of all of this as well. All right, so what do we have whoa, that one just flew right out. Unleash your creativity. All right, so that was like, wow, okay. So unleashing your creativity, doing what you love, okay? So that's a heal yourself card. That's the deck I'm using, heal yourself. It's the number 31, so 31 could be of importance. We only have 30 days in the month of June, but 31, you could have been born on the 31st, or the number 4 could also. 4 is anybody who was born with like a 4 or a 13, which adds to a 4, or a 31 that adds to a 4, is usually a very creative being. Okay, I'm born on the 13th. And so it says your creative talents and abilities are your most powerful assets. Allow your imagination to roam without limits and access new ideas without judging them. It is time for you to be innovative and birth unique creations. If you are feeling stuck, get up and move, try new things, meet new people, read books, paint, etc. Concentrate on the area of life where you need to be creative. Creative culinary, cooking, get creative with what you're doing. Get creative with what you're using. Okay? Concentrate on an area of your life where you need to be creative. Are you a great singer who needs to share your talents with others? Do you have an affinity with gardening? That's so funny because I was thinking gardening too, and I was thinking about cooking. Can you tell powerful stories? Are you technically minded? Can you whip up amazing meals? What is your special flavor of creativity? Whatever it is, give yourself permission and the time to be inventive. The more creative you allow yourself to be, the more fulfilled you're going to feel. So I'm even getting the whole time I was talking, because this is a new moon in Cancer conjunct Jupiter. This would be a really awesome time to use your creative juices and let them flow, and your imagination, and make yourself a vision board. You can get on Canva. They have like free free whatever they're called. I can't even think of the name of them right now. Templates, excuse me. Thank you, Spirit. Templates. They have free templates. Go over there, start and make yourself a vision board for this new moon. This would be a great time. If this maybe is like cooking or gardening, or maybe you have a special skill with animals, or you love to paint, maybe go out and sit in the park. You might inspire somebody else to come out and sit with you next time. You never know. Ooh, I'm getting goosebumps on that. My arm hairs are standing straight up as I'm saying that. So unleash your creativity right now. Don't get bogged down in all this worry shit that's going on. People worrying. Cancer can be a worry sign, where we're in Virgo. Cancer and Virgos are the two biggest worry signs. And I have a Cancer moon, and I'm Virgo. But I work through that so I don't make myself sick, because that's where inflammation comes in. So let's not do that, okay? So unleashing your creativity, like, can you start a blog? Maybe it's a newsletter. Maybe you know how to build websites and you're really good at it and you enjoy it. And then you're going to have other people wanting to pay you for your creativity. Are you an artist? We have the new, North Node in Pisces, which is all about artists and creators, and utilizing all the little superpowers that we were born with, like, to show the world. Like, what's the point in painting this beautiful art if nobody gets to see it? What's the point of me having all this information and not even being able to share it? Maybe this is your creativity. Maybe you have the gift of gab. Is the moon in your third house, this new moon in your third house of Cancer, for those of you latter degree Aries risings out there, or it's in your fourth house. Maybe you're really good at cooking, or your fifth house, you're great with children. Sixth house, you're great with pets or helping other people with health stuff. Where is your creativity? Where's yours? And unleash that. And this is the time. It's a new moon, a new opportunity for you to do something out of the ordinary. It says, focus on a challenge and ask yourself, is this true, or are there points of view one can adopt in relation to this issue? Take some pencils and pens and draw these options without judging or limiting them. Then stand up and ask your higher intelligence to show you new ways of doing things. Put on some music and dance. When the song ends, ask yourself, what other possibilities and creative ideas can I access? Take a pen and paper and write them down, okay? So let's put this aside. And I love that love. So doing what you love, not doing what we have to do all the time. This is about doing what we love. And if you guys watched yesterday's reading, the new moon in Cancer did come out, but for some reason, I wasn't supposed to say anything or pick up on it, but it was the last card that I pulled. So you might want to go back to yesterday's reading. Okay, so let me get this out of the way. All right, Spirit, show me, what is this new moon in Cancer bringing in for the collective? A win-win outcome is forecast, buddy. So if you are unleashing your creativity, it's saying, like, listen, luck is on your side. It's going to balance out your finances if you want to do it as a business. Say you want to go into business and you want to do pop-ups at fucking events and stuff like that. So be it. Show everybody what you got. Show everybody what you're working with. You're not in competition with anyone else. You're just in a group setting. How can you put yourself out there to other people without feeling like somebody's better than you, or somebody's in competition with you, or you're in competition with someone else? Your creativity is your creativity. It's your energy that sells whatever product or service that you offer. As long as it's from a really awesome freaking place, man, and it's coming from like the most deepest parts of you, okay? Not doing what you have to do, but doing what you love to do. All right? So what else do we have here? What else do we have? Oh my God! Look at that. The eclipse right there. The new moon eclipse. I mentioned that earlier with the moon, the moon or the north node being in Pisces. Those are the moon eclipses, right? So those are eclipse points. So expect powerful changes when it comes to whatever it is that you have to offer, and for some of you, maybe I'm getting an interior designer. For others of you, your creativity is through fashion. Okay, I'm just like feeling all of these like creative juices flying, and it's almost exciting. So pay attention to these things. Get out of the bullshit of the world. All that's going to work itself out on its own. There's nothing you can do about it. Get focused on what you want to create in your life. We talk about creativity, but what is creativity? Something that we're creating. So what are you creating? Okay? Is it a new job for yourself? Expect powerful changes. Are you wanting to create a new home environment? You want to sell off everything in your home and only take the things that are important and then start over new and fresh and redecorate with new colors and new things, because in this new place, you're your new self. Stop trying to bring your old self to your new self. Like, that person doesn't exist anymore, okay? So expect powerful changes. And then what do we have for this new moon? Communication is key. Somebody is going to come in and say something to you that is just going to blow your fucking mind. Oh my God, I said this earlier. I can't even fucking make this up. You saw me shuffling the deck. Luck is on your side. I said that earlier. Rewind the video. Okay? So, oh my God, I just got so excited. So luck is on your side. They are confirming what I'm telling you right now. And just the excitement that I feel. Like, I wasn't excited before I even started this video. I was very monotone and just in my place of peace. I just had my coffee, and my puppy and I loved on each other a little bit. And I was just, like, chill. And now I'm starting this reading, and I'm like, there's this sense of excitement around me. And I'm like, I'm feeling it for whoever it is that I'm tapped into. And if you're not in this vibration, get into this vibration. Claim it. Put in the comments, I claim this vibration. I claim this frequency. Give me an emoji. If you're here, comment, like this video, okay? It helps get me into the algorithm. So with that said, listen, anything that is going on, like, it's all going to work out for the better. You're waiting on this communication. Now, in Vedic astrology, we have a new moon in Western astrology in Cancer, but in Vedic astrology, we have the new moon in Gemini. So it goes back a sign. So tomorrow would be a new moon in Gemini if you follow Vedic astrology. So I'm actually not surprised that this is here. Now with that said, this is a place for, maybe you're going to do a blog online, okay? Because we do have a Gemini and Libra, both air signs, and then, shooting for the stars. So that just reminds me of Aquarius, which is the World Wide Web. So this is about, putting yourself out there into a blog, starting a Substack or a YouTube channel, or, making reels on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or whatever, talking about the things that you do and how you can bring it to the table. Start utilizing the internet and AI in order to help you. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be against that, but here's the deal. It is going to be there for the taking. So you can either use it or you can push away from it. But either way, it's still going to be in your conscious awareness. It's going to be used everywhere. So you can either use it or lose it. That's entirely up to you. But I would start using it if I were you, especially for those of you that, have, you want to do a cooking class online, or you want to start a podcast, or you want to do a blog or newsletter, or write a book, all of those things are, AI can absolutely help you with those things. Now, I am seeing for some of you, if you're selling a home or whatever, I definitely see the communication, and I'm definitely seeing an energy of winding up, and then it's almost like you're being sucked through a vacuum cleaner. For some of you, you are traveling, okay? You're going far away from possibly where you are. If you're moving states, or you're moving across the state, or you're moving countries, you're moving to another place, which is saying this is a very fortunate move for those of you. Now, obviously, these are general readings. That is not going to apply to every single one of you. But I mean, who's to say that this is a daily reading, or, that's the new moon, which come back in 6 months and tell me where you are. Okay. because today, this reading that I'm doing right now is you got to go from the new moon, which is you planting those seeds of intentions, being sucked through this, portal, through the vacuum cleaner as everything starts to speed up once the communication that you're waiting for comes in. And then boom, you're off to the fucking races. And then by the 6th month, when we have the full moon in Cancer, which is right around Christmas time, all of a sudden we're like, whoa, that was a fucking whirlwind. Look where I was 6 months ago. So pay attention, save this video, put it in your notes, come back and watch it multiple times and see where you're at. Okay. So for some of you, this might not even make any fucking sense. You're like, I'm not moving. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not starting a business. I'm not starting a blog. I'm not, and then all of a sudden you see this grand opportunity and you come up with this amazing idea and somebody says, hey, you should write a book about this, or you should start a podcast about that, or do you want to, join me in one? And all of a sudden, boom, expect powerful changes, but also expect the unexpected. So this is a lot of I'm getting fiery and air. And it's funny because we are going into the fire and air energy. We've been in the earth and water, the emotions, and how do I feel about this? But it's time to get grounded, get, practical and blah, blah. Okay. Well, guess what? All those planets are leaving Earth and water, and now they're going into fire. So we'll have Saturn and Neptune and Chiron and Aries. We will have Uranus and Gemini. We actually do have Pluto in Aquarius, which will not retrograde out and will not leave Aquarius until 2044. So we are now in fire and air energy. So this is get up and go. Time to, focus on what you want and go after it. Don't worry about everybody else. Aries doesn't think twice, and Aries squares over to Cancer. So it's that pressure point of I got to make a change. I don't want to be seen as this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm not emotionally invested in this home or this town or this job or whatever. I want to invest in my creativity. I want to invest in going to a place where I feel like I belong. So what this, luck is on your side. It says shoot for the stars. A lot of the time we don't shoot for the stars. We should aim right out in front of us, and we're hoping we just hit something. And Spirit's saying be specific about what is your target. Okay, where is your target? And your target needs to be asking for more, aiming for the stars, and then expecting those changes to happen. Expect the unexpected, but also expect powerful changes. And don't give away your power to outside entities, to your family, to, your job, no, your loyalty needs to be towards yourself. Okay. That's what Aries represents, is the self. What's going to make the self happy? There is such thing as a healthy selfish. Okay. So with that said, you guys are going to get some news. Things are going to come in. Things are going to come in very quickly. It's going to be a win-win outcast. I mean, you've got win-win. I'm getting 4-leaf clover. For some of you, maybe, you found a lucky 4-leaf clover. That's really funny because she's all in green like that. Okay. So I'm definitely getting somebody here wishing upon a star. Okay, I really, you end up getting more money, or, everything evens out. The paperwork goes through just fine. Everything, even the communication is great. So you're just waiting on this communication, and I feel like it's coming. You just don't see it yet. So I almost feel like you have to wait for this new moon. Okay. So 3 days after the new moon, 3 or 4, you should be getting some type of information, and it's going to feel really good. And it's almost like that get up and go energy. And then you're off to the races. I mean, shit, this is awesome. If you're moving, make sure you're going to surround yourself in a community of what you love. Definitely do a vision board, about what you want. I'm seeing the clock behind her. So yes, this is all about timing. You see that clock right there? Okay. So this is all about timing, and the stars, again, the stars are about timing and needing to align. Interesting reading. I don't know. I feel excited. Whoever this is, I feel fucking excited for you. For some of you, this is about, it's time for you to do your natal chart. If you're interested in a personal reading, I absolutely would this is the best time to have your natal chart read, because Sagittarius also rules astrology. Okay. And this would be a very fortunate because what we're going through in the sky is very powerful. This is like none of us have walked this walk before. Like this hasn't happened since like the 1700s. Okay, so it's been a really long time since we've been in this energy frequency. So this is going to be like a baby giraffe, you know, getting up and trying to walk for the very first time, you know. So the collective is definitely going to be like, oh shit, you know, like I don't know how to maneuver this, but you'll be fine, you'll get through it. And I would definitely suggest scheduling a session, um and even if it's not with me and one of your most trusted astrology readers, I would definitely do that, because there is powerful, powerful changes that are coming in. And I mean, you really cannot avoid what's happening. So this is really awesome. I'm really excited for you guys with this energy. Like I said, do not get distracted with all of the other stuff that's going on, because it's not your circus, not your monkey. You can sit around and scream and yell at the next person on social media and everybody's yelling the same fucking thing, but you're taking away from the time that you have on this earth by focusing on things you can't control. And it's not all what it seems anyway, because I am talking about AI. You have to be very careful about what you read. You have to be careful about what you're watching, because not everything is as it seems. And it's just to get people off their path and distract them over here so that you're not doing the things, you know, and taking the, you know, being on the mission that you chose to be on here in this lifetime. So all you're doing is making yourself late by allowing the rest of the world to distract you. Like, yes, keep your head on a swivel, but also be very discerning about what you see, okay? Because not all is as it seems. All right, you guys, I love you all so much. I luck and winning. Oh my God. So I just heard winner, winner, chicken dinner. So I don't know if somebody says that, but I also heard winning. And you know what? That's really funny, because yesterday I was doing my betting and stuff, and one of the cards fell on the floor and it said winning. So whoever it is, I know I'm going to attach to this energy, and I'm ready for a big fucking win. So are you. So put win in the description box or the comment box. I love you guys all so much. Like this video, share, comment. Let me know how this reading resonates with you. And I will chat with you guys again soon. Take care.